What's up, everybody? We are back with our WrestleMania 39 review, and we have the hard-hitting, not our sponsor, but sponsored by Mark's Harder Lemonade. It's the lemonade that hits harder.
Oh,
Uh,
jeez.
we've got the Intercontinental Championship match between Gunther, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, triple threat for the title, and yeah, just get to the point right off the bat. 5 toilet paper rolls.
Holy shit, really? You going straight to 5?
Yeah, I'm going straight to 5.
Holy
There's no
smokes. Okay, hold on a
there's
second.
no there's no doubt in my mind.
Ooh, okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Um,
please elaborate.
the only thing I did not like about this, and it makes sense a little bit, but I did not like Drew McIntyre in white. That is the only thing I did not like about this match.
He looks bigger in white, like just size-wise. He looks like even
They,
bigger like in the thing is Gunther for me like I keep getting thrown off by Gunther because Walter
you still want to
uh,
call him Walter? Yeah,
I still want to see so the you see his
yeah, so,
tights, the back of his little trunk says Ring General, and I think
yes,
that's just ridiculous.
he's the
Um,
ring. Wow.
I love that they brought back the Emporium, Emporium. Jesus, I love that they brought back that entrance. I love how that looks. Um,
The song is still different, and
yes.
it's not easy to get used to because it's still a little too dainty. Well, I don't know if that makes sense, but the original theme, and I can't think of the name of it, but
Like,
it was just strong and just
well, since it was a night, like it was the entrance wasn't the greatest.
oh no,
Um,
but there's no doubt in my mind that he's gonna main event on WrestleMania in the near future.
you think Walter is going to main event WrestleMania in the near future? Is that what you're
At
saying?
some point, yeah, we will definitely get a Gunther entrance
Well,
in
tell
the
me,
dark.
have you ever had any wrestler that you associate the chop with uh, since Ric Flair that you
No,
do like Gunther?
no.
And how many chops do you think, like just a rough estimate, happen in this match?
Probably around 100.
I don't think you'd be far off. Yeah, that's a good estimate. Um,
I'm guessing between 30 and 40
That's
per.
conservative, cause I'm playing in the background and I already count 15. So
Yeah, yeah,
yep.
it was, they. I did read, and I don't remember, and I don't. I think I might have overshot, but they did have exact numbers of like how many each person was hit with the chops. And it was ridiculous. It was crazy. It
you,
was crazy.
you know what's special about the chop? What's special about this match is that there's no way to fake the chop. There's no
Right.
way to fake it. You have to hit the person. You really have to hit them. And so they all ran around with just red chestises, and of course Sheamus more than others. Um,
Right.
but like right now, I'm watching Gunther. He's getting hit in the back by Sheamus and chopped by Drew McIntyre on the front. So, but here's one cool thing about the chop, um, and that's you can't fake it. And when you can't fake it, it's real. And not saying that wrestling is not real. That's not what I mean. But sincere. Like there's no fucking around. Like, and that would in itself bring some reality to this match. And you already kind of know what to expect with Sheamus, but especially Gunther, Gunther, whatever, Gunther. You know what to expect, and there's gonna be a lot of hitting, and there's gonna be a lot of slapping, and I think that brings reality to the match that, it's like you miss with a lot of high flying. So this match was like a good change of pace for what we had so far for night 2. And I'm glad it took place so early, because the first 2 matches were like, okay, let's just get it over with. And then
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we had this match.
I thought this match was actually gonna lead off Mania, and I mean, I think it still could have, and it would have been perfect either way. But and this match could have main evented as well. Maybe I mean, maybe not, maybe called main evented.
I'm
This
not
night,
like as excited about
but
this match as you are.
no,
No. Yeah,
yeah,
this
I was fully invested in.
I just don't think anything is going to match Ilya Dragunov and Walter. And I missed a chunky Walter, I must admit. I
Yeah,
missed
see,
a
I don't know.
chunky
Like, I
Walter.
mean, I remember probably saying similar thing when after him and Dragunov had that match. But I think they've done like if anybody's gonna be in that same category, it's gonna be Sheamus and Drew,
Yeah.
mainly Sheamus.
Yeah. Mainly and
But
manly.
getting all three of them though,
Yeah. Well,
man.
I like how the match was paced out too, though, because what you notice is you're gonna have 2 guys in the ring mostly, and one guy
Right.
is just gonna get beat up and he's gonna sit
Yeah.
outside and rest a little bit. But they didn't fuck up any spots, man. Like they were on it. They were on point.
Yeah, and I think that gives. I mean, that's more of a shout out to how good these guys really are in the ring.
But
Like this
see,
is why Gunther's a ring general. This is why Sheamus and Drew. I'll say Sheamus first. Why Sheamus has been so consistent over the last 15 years, or however long it's been that, because he's Sheamus is so consistent, and Drew, ever since he's had this renewal of of his career.
you mean with the tag team with Sheamus
Yeah, well, like ever since he came back after uh,
losing the
him and
title?
Ziggler, him and
Oh,
Ziggler's um, hardcore match or whatever that was.
I was rooting for Ziggler in that, I believe.
But yeah, but like ever since like James, like Sheamus or uh, Drew's like latest solo career, it just says a lot about him as a wrestler as well. He's been very consistent, puts on good matches.
I want
So
Drew
I
to
mean,
work
you're,
out for
you're getting all
WWE.
three. You want him to what?
I want him to work out. I want him to. I want him to be that like the next level star. I want
Yeah,
Drew to be
well,
that.
there's a lot of guys that should be
But Drew's
and
huge
can
though.
be.
Like that's the thing. Like if you look at Walter or Gunther, just looks smaller compared to like a lot of these main roster guys. Um,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
skinnier. And it's like I missed chunky Walter or Gunther. And It's just in this match he was the, the undersized wrestler here. It was really interesting, you know. So for me, it just kind of
that's
like
that's
takes it
fair.
away a little bit from. But the fact that I mean he just has a so like these are the things like he just has a presence. Gunther just has a presence like a
Hmm.
bad motherfucker. He just looks like it, you know.
Yeah,
He looks and so it's really easy to buy into this shit, and then you got the chops, which makes it really like sincere. So like
right.
the chest is red. Everybody's chest in this match is red. So um
Yeah. Red veins are busted open, or just bloodshot bodies.
yeah,
It's
so
just
like it's just really like manly. This is a manly match. It's a very
right.
manly match, and yeah, I mean it is a good match. I believe in everything, and it's like you got a little bit of history between Drew and Sheamus, and then you got Gunther coming in. I mean, yeah, it's all right. I was looking forward to this, especially because of the chops. It's like it's like the chops themselves, like how hard hitting Gunther is with those.
Right.
It kind of creates its own attraction, and that's really where
Right.
it's at for me. So, but
Yeah, and
I would not
then
go
you
5 toilet
got
paper rolls.
Sheamus's. Oh, really?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
would like. I mean, if we had anything between 3 and 4, that's what I would go with this match. But I'm gonna go with 4.
Okay.
I don't buy it. I don't. There's something weird about like both Sheamus and Drew are big dudes, and it's very physical. And there was a story. I mean, still 4 toilet paper is not bad, you know.
Oh,
But then you put Gunther in there, and just like I don't know, I can't get over the fact like Gunther was such an imposing force when we watch him in NXT UK, you know, and like he was by far the biggest motherfucker in
oh, right,
the ring, and
right.
then he goes to the main event or to the main roster, and now you have like Drew McIntyre is just, I mean, he's a beast. Oh Jesus, Drew just landed like he did a flip over the top rope, landed on his back on Sheamus's foot. Ugh. So like it just he just looks smaller, and it kind of like it takes it away from me a little bit. That's all. That's really the biggest thing. Other than that, man, these guys were like they were keeping it intense the whole time. Like you were wondering, like, oh, you
Funny, like
know,
I wonder what, like I wonder if it's just like muscle.
yeah,
Cause like I just looked up each of their information,
yeah,
and Drew's the tallest at 6'5". Gunther's 6'4", Sheamus is 6'3".
yeah.
And then by weight, Gunther's 297, Drew's 265, and Sheamus 267.
Well, it doesn't look
Uh,
like it.
no, it's just this is muscle. I mean, but like we said, like you like the chunky Gunther,
I like the chunky
which
Gunther.
wasn't a unnecessary healthy Gunther.
Oh, I
Um,
don't know.
well, I mean, he went. Oh, life happens, and you gotta make changes in order to keep going.
Well, he looks lean, but
And
he looks like Gunther can do
well,
with like
he looks a hell of a lot better than he did when he returned into NXT when Riddle made him look small.
he was tiny then, yeah.
But I mean, Gunther is like on this highway to heaven in WWE. I feel, and I really hope that. I mean, best IC champion in a long time.
This is a good heel.
He is, and that entrance just gives him like this level of importance.
No, he definitely stands
Um,
out. He definitely stands out. Just to me, he just seems smaller compared to a lot of main roster.
right.
And
That's
and and,
well,
and
yeah,
but his attraction is the physicality. That's his thing. The
right. I mean,
physicality is his thing. So you
him
know, like
going
when you watch
from the
his match, you're gonna get physicality, and Drew and Sheamus rose up to that, and that's the 4 stars.
exactly.
I just compared to what else we saw at WrestleMania, I don't. I can't go full 5 toilet paper rolls.
That's fine.
But it's
That's
physical. It's physical as fuck. This match
yeah,
is
right.
physical.
That is,
Both Drew and it's like Gunther brought both of them to this like intense physicality.
yeah. Each of these guys went over all three.
Yeah.
No, like everyone came out of this match almost the same. Like I'm not like Gunther won, um, which obviously puts him a little bit more over. But this didn't hurt Drew or Sheamus at all.
No.
Um, I mean, it didn't hurt him. It didn't make him any better because this whole last year and a half of just Sheamus and just banger after banger after banger, and that's what he does. And that's what Drew does, and that's what Gunther now does. Now that they're giving him formidable opponents.
Well, see, one thing I did like about this match was that it didn't appear long. It didn't seem long. It was just hard hitting, two people in at one time, and then boom. But it's like it's the it's the second longest. It's 16 minutes and 40 seconds.
And Gunther just power bomb Sheamus on top of Drew's back. And he turns around and freaking just power bombs Drew for the win.
Yeah.
That was a good finish.
Yeah. Yeah, I would give this 4 toilet paper rolls. You're giving it 5.
Yeah,
Um,
I can't go less.
Gunther refeats. Is that a fuck? I came up with a new word. Refeats.
Yeah, he retains and then he defeated all at the same
Yes.
time.
Refeats Drew.
Now the
Sheamus.
IC title, that looks small. Because we were just talking about the
Because compared to
size
the
of
United States, bro, the world is small. Have you seen it? Yeah.
the world is right.
I mean, it was a good match. I can't argue. It was definitely I would
It
say
was
second best match of the night too.
That's fair. I can't. I mean,
But I understand. But that's 9 out of 10. That's pretty damn good.
we'll see. I mean,
Damn good.
we'll see what goes on in the future. I mean, I imagine there would be some time because a big thing going into this was Sheamus has never won the Intercontinental. Yeah, Sheamus has never won the Intercontinental Championship, which is the only championship Sheamus hasn't won. So there's like that going in. But like we said, like Drew and Sheamus and Gunther. We haven't had too much Gunther or Drew one-on-one. Maybe we'll get that in the future, but
Dude, I want Drew to work out. I mean, Sheamus has been around a while. I want Drew to work out.
well,
There's
it's hard not to
something.
say that Drew hasn't. I mean, he was champion
He was.
twice.
There's just something like you can see when you look at all three of them. You can see Gunther definitely has a presence. So
Yeah, I mean, he's just. I mean, so far this year, Royal Rumble going from number 1 to the end or number 2, whatever he came on as. Either way, going from start to finish, and then having this WrestleMania match. I mean, that's the 2 biggest pay-per-views so far this year, and Gunther has been highlighted and showcased perfectly.
well, they definitely they're building his ass up. So
Yeah, which they need to. They need. That's what they should be doing with these champions. If Roman's gonna have this, this reign last forever, then these other titles got to step up and start meaning more. And I think they've definitely done that with Gunther so far. And
I do.
now it's time to shift a little bit more focus onto Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser and focus on getting them some wins and then getting Imperium together as a whole as like a dominating force, not just Gunther.
I think that if there was one difference that we saw from when Triple H, quote unquote, took over,
Yeah,
I think that's long term storytelling, and long term storytelling, of course, includes building up titles and building up champions. And so, for Gunther to lose his championship anytime soon would just
right.
it wouldn't make any sense. So
No,
and for Drew and Sheamus to, I mean, Sheamus needs it. So I think that was part of the story. Really, it's like, oh, Sheamus hasn't had it, so hope maybe Sheamus possibly could win it, but I don't think there's any question for most people who was gonna retain, who's gonna win this.
right. Oh,
But
and
that's fine.
it's tough.
But that's not the.
It's
But that's the testament to the presence of Gunther, and that's a testament to Gunther himself. At the fact that, I mean, there wasn't a ton of storytelling here, really, but yet still we were all interested to see because we know that we're coming in to see a hard hitting match.
right, right.
There's gonna be some broken blood vessels, shit like that. Like, so in that sense, Gunther definitely has like, um, what would you even call that? Like, what would be proper way to say that? Like, it's a draw. Like, it's something that draws us out to see.
Yeah, I mean,
It's his gimmick.
it's a needle mover.
Yeah. So I was excited to see all these three guys. Like, I knew it's gonna be hard hitting, and there wasn't really that much of a story. But like I knew that they were really gonna fucking bring it. So I mean, nine out of 10. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And Gunther, it's exciting to see Gunther and what he could possibly be doing.
Exactly. Like, yeah. And that's where like I don't think Vince wouldn't. Vince was going to take this title off him a long time ago last year. He's going to have Ricochet take it off him again. So that's who he won. That's who he originally won the title from. Was when he beat Ricochet.
Hey man, some people are made by the titles, and I think keeping a title
Well,
on Gunther is definitely making him, even though he's hard hitting and everything else. Like keeping that title on him.
oh yeah, for sure. Keep on like I don't, he can have that, and that could potentially. I mean, it's already one of the best titles in WWE. I mean,
Yep.
they've made this title a lot better with having Gunther being champion and having him dominate. So
All right. So
I'm all
9 out of 10. Not bad.